Hammer game. We always hit the nail on the head. So check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Blake Baker, from what I'm hearing from different sources, this is coming from Twitter, guys, that Blake Baker might be finalizing the final steps to moving on from Miami and going over to LSU. So what does that mean? Will Manny hire new defensive coordinators? We don't know as of yet. Does Manny plan on hiring a new defensive coordinator? We don't know as yet. All we know is that they are trying to finalize a deal for LSU to pick up linebacking coach. As a linebacking coach, Blake Baker. We all been wanting Blake Baker to go. A couple of days ago, it came out that Blake Baker might be going to LSU. Today, more words are coming on it. It looked like that is going to be more of a final deal. So, defensive coordinators. Now, if Manny does decide that he wants to go and, get a defensive coordinators, you guys could put in the chat who y'all think would make a good, defensive coordinator. Now, the one name that I have been hearing a lot of people throw out there is Jim Lovett. Jim Lovett. So that's one name I've been hearing. But in other news, also, hold on, let me check to see who all in here. Lenore's, what's going on with you, boss? How you doing, boss? We got Fresh in the building. What's going on with you, Fresh? Demetrius, what's going on with you, Demetrius? So what's up, Tito? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right. I'm doing all right, boss. Hope you're doing the same, man. There's some good news for Miami for once in a while. Drexel, how you doing, boss? How's it going, man? Miami boy in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on with you, boss? He said the Miami design hard. Yeah, man, I like it. I was like, you know what? Let me touch the stream up a little bit. Every now and then I try to, make some improvements here and there. And, hopefully it turned out well and you guys like it. So I'm glad to hear that feedback, man. Jay Play, what's going on? Well, it might be breaking news here, but it's not really breaking news because I've seen it on Twitter and I've seen it other places. But, if you guys haven't seen it yet, then it's probably breaking news for you. But, credit to where credit is due. Big Rocco, great move for him. Yeah, man, great move for the Miami Hurricanes. Jay Play say Lovey is horrible. Oh man. Trevor, what's going on with you, man? Hammer game, yeah, hammer game, man. Cause we always hit the nail on the head. What's going on with you, Nick 305 in the building? What's going on, Nick? How you doing, boss? Cutler in the building. Yo, T2Y. What's going on with you, ball? Yo, to yourself. Let me see here. BB, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, boss? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good, too. Bahamas in the building. Much respect here to the Aki codfish. Nah, man. No Aki. Well, I wouldn't cook no codfish. It would be saltfish. But no Aki and saltfish over here today, man. That's a thing. That's a thing when I go to my mom's house, so I go to the Jamaican restaurant. But no Aki and saltfish. Thomas, what's going on with you, boss? Thank you, Coach O. Okay. Trying to catch up on the chat. Make sure I properly, let everybody know what's going on. Darrell Young, how you doing, boss? What's going on, man? Man, CJ, what's going on with you, CJ? CJ, what's going on with you? He said, I wonder who is making some teriyaki wings with fries. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you, though, CJ, if you want to come on in. Because, like I said, man, we got some things to talk about. I'd love to get your input. So the link's in the chat for you, CJ, if you want to come on in. Let me see where we at. He say CJ at your crib. Nah, if CJ slide through the West Palm Beach though, he can always slide by the crib, man. CJ definitely invited. Cowboy Kane, what's going on with you? Oh man, number one Kane in the building. What's going on, boss? What up, T2Y? What up to you, boss? OG, what's going on, OG? Said, what's up, everybody? Go Canes, yes sir, yes, sir. Kane City Cartel, what's good with you, my guy? What's going on, man? All right, I think that's everybody. And CJ said, what up, fam? And Nick 305. Okay, so Blake Baker, like I said, they're in the process of finalizing the deal to get Blake Baker to go to LSU. Now, a lot of us Hurricane fans thought that Blake Baker was here for stay. We thought Manny was going to take over play calling, and then Blake, would have just been downgraded to just, defensive coordinator and linebacking coach. Not now, a few days ago it came out that LSU was in the hunt for him. So front runner, not because of his coaching, but he was a linebacker coach before. He has a lot of ties in LSU, in Louisiana, period. Louisiana Tech was a job that he did. He got pretty close ties to Texas too, so that's a plus for them. So them bringing in Blake Baker, I wouldn't say it's necessarily because of his play calling abilities or anything like that. It's more of his ties to the area. But nonetheless, LSU had him as a front runner. They're trying to finalize the deal, get him over there. Miami Hurricane fans, we got to move on from Blake Baker. A lot of us already did anyway. So defensive coordinators, man, let me know who's on y'all mind. And make sure that these guys are on the market and available. CJ, what's going on with you? Hold on, let me catch up one more time, CJ. One more time. Got some new names. You Go Wire, what's going on with you, boy? Say hit that like button. Yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. YouTube algorithm, that's how it works. You hit that like button or dislike, depending on how you feel. But hit that like button, really appreciate that. That's the best thing you can do for the channel. Just hit that like button. J. Michael, what's going on with you, boss? We got BVD in the building. BVD, what's going on? He said, what the hell is that on my screen? Oh, man. Oh, hold on, BVD. I got to show you the thunderstorm, man. We got a Category 5 roaming in Miami right now. Blake Baker is up out of here. Hopefully everything finalized pretty soon and we could get the ball rolling to hire a new guy. Hopefully Miami do, put some time into hiring this guy. Oh, man, Andy, what's going on, man? What it do, boss? Who's our coach? As of right now, we have no idea who the linebacker coach will be. Like I said, this is just stuff that's coming out right now. Like 529, somebody posted it about the Blake Baker deal. So right now we have no idea who our linebacker coach is going to be. But I'm pretty sure in the upcoming days we're gonna start seeing a lot of candidates being thrown out there, and you know the process. They round it down, and then we get a guy, and then us. We come on here and we do our evaluations on whoever we get. Running their history, where they've been, how they did when they were there, stuff like that. But no word on who our new linebacking coach or defensive coordinator would be. We just know that we still got Manny.
Appreciate it, Jay Play.
Oh man, what's going on with you, Jordan? What's going on with you, boss? OG Kane, T2Y, and CJ. I think some of the people gonna be gone as well. Just ain't nothing coming up about it yet. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I feel the same way on that, Jake. OG Kane. Nothing's being said yet. Half of the time when guys get hired somewhere else, they do bring some of the people with them. If not, then we'll just have to replace Blake. But we'll see in the next couple of days.
BVD, what's up?
Did we try to get Mark Stoke? I didn't hear anything about that.
Shout out to BVD.
Oh man, he said Manny job on the line. It could be. He's gonna be doing play callings according to him, unless he brings in a good defensive coordinator that could take over that role. T2Y, yes, Blake is gone. Hey, um, Jack Jack Mack. If y'all don't know who Jack Mack is, that is Ricky Jackson's son, man. That is Ricky Jackson's son right there. Jack Mack. That's my homeboy from Belglade, from Pahokee, from Walmart, you name it. Me and him go way back. Me and his brother, we went to school together, played football together. We even play marbles together. But right now, his brother is the head coach at my old high school, Glade Central High. You know, that's Jack Black, man. That's Ricky Jackson's son. Y'all say what y'all give him, man, a good shout out, man. Let him know y'all know he in here. Appreciate you coming through, Ricky.
Ricky.
He said, "Oh, somebody said Randy Shannon." So that's a name that they would look for defensive coordinator.
That'd be a dream come true for me.
Then BBD said, "What up, John Coffey?"
Yeah, I already told him what's up. I already shout out to BBD, man. Let me get some of the sodas out of your refrigerator. You got a lot of sodas.
T2Y and TJ. Bet the linebacker coach gonna be Travis from Alabama, not Alabama, Auburn. Call it now, my opinion. You might be right, and if that turns out to be right, I will give you all credit. I haven't heard anybody else said it. I haven't heard anybody else said it, but we'll see, man. We shall see. I do know from listening to a podcast about T Rob, thanks to CJ by the way, because he told me to go listen to it. Normally I just listen to press conference and and more straight to the point. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes what's they called, the podcast. Sometimes they put me to sleep, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that OG Kane that put me on that one.
Man. Okay, so we got Mike Barrow for linebacker. That's somebody they might want to look into. Okay. SEC dog in the building. What's going on, man? Who the hell is Pinecone? Okay, so as most of y'all probably see at the end of my name now, I added the name Pinecone. That is a marketing tool because a lot of fans from other conferences and the SEC and other places they know me as Pinecone because of a famous back and forth issue me and Lou had where we did videos on each other and basically Lou had gave me a nickname Pinecone with he had a pine cone with a Miami Hurricane hat on it. So I incorporated that. That's a business tool. But anyways, man, let's catch up. Miami boy in the building. What's good with you, Miami boy?
What up, my boy? Better have a shirt on, sir.
Dream Chaser in the building. I'm from Belglade. I'm from the sub. Yeah, I used to walk through the sub all the time. I have family that used to live in the sub. Travis Benjamin. He's from the sub. A lot of. Trust me, man. I got a lot of ties to the sub. Man, that's what's up. Dream Chaser, man. You got to hit me up on Instagram. I probably
Look,
know who you are. I probably know who you are.
the chat just jumped like a mug, man.
Yeah, it's flowing. Um,
What up, Jordan?
let me see. Let me see. Somebody say Will Muschamp. Well, how you feel about Will Muschamp?
I'm good on that one. He
Oh,
haven't proved nothing. He haven't proved nothing to me at all.
yeah, I
Shout
mean,
out to Chad.
you got to look at where he coming from. It's South Carolina. Nothing's good really happened in South Carolina. All right, so let's get through all the headlines and then we can go straight to the discussion. Because as you know, Tate Martell, he hit the transfer portal this week. He's basically going to finish classes at Miami and then transfer out, just like it's expected of nkosi Perry. Hit the transfer portal after finishing classes, and Robert Burns, fourth string quarter running back. I'm sorry. He also hit the transfer portal. For him, it's play time. Can't be sitting there all these years behind somebody. You want to go somewhere else where you can get some play time. That's totally hey, this I can see why he's doing it. I ain't got no issues with it. But Robert Burns, our fourth string running back, has hit the transfer portal. Now, earlier on in the week, I think like maybe last week I had made a video about possible choices for linebackers. I must say that there are three Tennessee linebackers that are in the transfer portal right now that come August, if Miami were to reach out to one of these guys right now, come August, they could be able to sign one of them, through a grad transfer. So, but there are linebackers from Tennessee. There's three good ones that are in the transfer portal and ready to go. So, if that's a route that Miami wants to take, that's a good route. I don't know, but I don't think we got too many McDonald's issues at Miami. So I don't know if they might want to come to Miami.
Well, we do got a lot of McDonald's around the way though.
We got a lot of McDonald's around the way, but I don't think they come with them Pureit specials.
No, definitely not. What up, Big Rocco? What up, you go wire?
Man, what's going on with your brother Jay Blaze? What's going on with you? Much love, T2Y. One team, one heartbeat, one the U family. Yes, the one family, the U. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. At the end of the day, Blake Baker get up out of here. Somebody got to replace him. Somebody.
Dro, I'm clean in there. I see you.
Somebody say he's a great defensive coordinator. I guess they're talking about Muschamp.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna knock him. You know what I'm saying? But far what I seen, what he did at Florida, South Carolina, it wasn't all that great.
Yeah. I mean, now that he's not at Florida, look how Florida's turned around with Crazy Mullen. I think when I think Steve Spurrier and what's his name and Urban Myers, they kind of left a hefty shoe to fill at Florida.
Oh yeah.
And Muschamp came in there right after Urban just won 2 championships, moved on, and then he went over to what's the name, to Ohio State, and then win another championship. So that shoe was hard for Muschamp to fill at Florida. But the South Carolina, come on, man. South Carolina is one of those teams that if you could go to South Carolina and turn that thing around, you might be head coach position in the NFL type.
Yeah. What up, Bahama C?
Hurricane Smooth in the back. Hurricane
In the
Smooth, what's
building.
going on with you, man? What's good with you, bro?
Yo.
What's your thoughts on this Blake Baker deal, this situation? What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. I seen that. I wonder if it's true though.
Yeah, it's starting to be passed around by most of those guys in the media that is very credible for them. These are very credible, guys that have great sources, and most of them work for like newspapers and stuff like that. So, they have huge issues if they put out false statements.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's up, Hurricane Miller?
You know what I'm saying? It kind of made sense a little bit if that do reign true with Eddie calling the plays. The more I thought about it, I'm like, why would you call the plays but still give him the title in a sense, but he not really like the DC? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chop it up with him, TJ. I'm trying to reply to a comment. Chop it up with him.
I was looking at the comments too.
It's me popping. Who's the people from Belglades? One Travis Benjamin from Belglades?
Yeah, Travis, that's my classmate.
Yeah.
He was the skinniest wide receiver we had.
What you think about that though?
Man, and Travis, his 9th and 10th grade year, that boy was a little pretty boy, man. That boy was a little pretty boy. He didn't want to get dirty. When we played JV, I remember him. What's his name? Tyrese McKinley, which is Randy Phillips' little brother. Tyrese McKinley and him, they was like the best wide receivers we had. And then both of them got moved up from JV to the varsity after their first when I was in the 10th, when I played JV, Travis and Tyrus McKinley moved up. Now I think Travis was supposed to go. Well, Travis went to Miami, and then um, Tyrus McKinley, he was supposed to go to West Virginia, but grades didn't pin out for him, so he didn't end up getting to go to West Virginia. But I remember him saying West Virginia was one of the offers that he got. But man, I still remember back in the school days, man, in the courtyard and everything. Like I said, when Travis first came to Glade Central, dude was a little pretty boy, man. And believe it or not, he's been growing his hair since his I think ninth grade year. But that's when he started growing it. But
Okay.
Blake Baker though, you got anybody in mind that you think that could possibly replace him?
Um, that's a good question, dog. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
um, that's the real question. Like, I don't see who's out there right now that's like on the market that's worth going to go get.
yeah. See, and that's the thing too. I haven't looked up anybody because I didn't thought Blake was going nowhere. When Manny came out and said he's gonna take over play calling, I didn't even look for nobody. I didn't even look at possible candidates or nothing. And this information just came out like not even an hour ago. So now when I get off, I'm gonna have to do some research, try to see who they're looking into, who's even available, who's willing to take the job also. Because some coaches they
Yeah,
might go
that's right.
after, but they're under contract other places.
True.
So what LSU? If LSU picks up Blake Baker, they would have to buy out his contract, which is that hey, that's good for Miami. Get him out of here. With Manny will have a clear conscience because he ain't had to fire his homeboy.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying it
Hold
kind
on,
of makes sense in a way with Manny saying he calling the plays, but Blake still gonna be the DC. Like, it only sounds like something had to be been working in the background this whole time, because it just don't that shit just ain't make sense to me. Like, why would you still have the DC title but you ain't really the DC?
All right. You said, T2Y, which linebacking position do you think we need to fill? Outside, inside, or striker? I think we're good at striker. I think we
Inside.
got two good linebackers that are good at striker. Yeah, the inside I think would be what we would mainly have to go after. I mean, McLeod ain't pinned out. You know, I think Flag and Brooks might step it up this season, but I still would have, go in there and get another one if
Yeah.
not two.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing that freshman we got coming in.
I want to see Avery Huff too and Austin Cole. But if we were to go out and get somebody right now, one of those Tennessee linebackers wouldn't be too bad, man. They got three good ones in there.
Yeah.
Puritt got fired, so them boys want to
So
go with
so let,
that.
so let me ask you this: would you prefer to get one of the Tennessee linebackers or the kid from USC?
Oh, I'll take the kid from USC off rip because I've actually seen what he can do. I've actually seen what he could do. Them guys from Tennessee, they got a good name behind them, but I haven't really watched them. I haven't really watched them like I watched him. Because when I first heard about him, I went and looked for the highlights and everything on him. That dude is a head doctor. That dude, pause. That dude is
Yeah, I was gonna get your ass on that one.
that
I'm
dude is
sorry.
that dude will knock your head off. That nigga will knock your head off, bro. I'm telling you, that
I'm
dude
put
killer.
I'm put like this. I think whoever Manny hires, since he pretty much kind of is on the hot seat, he need to bring in a linebacker coach that can produce fast
Rose, what's going
on the
on?
develop on the
Uh,
development tip.
Hurricane Miller, what's good, man?
But who? my question is who, bro? Who can we get? Like, who is really out there that's worth going to spend some money on and getting?
Pedro, what's up,
Because
man? How you doing, boss?
you got to think about it. If we hire a linebacker coach, so that means Manny's going to be the defensive coordinator, or somebody title is going to switch, like a T-Rod.
Well, he already don't say he's gonna be calling the plays, so that's pretty much a wrap on that defense coordinator part.
Yeah, that's if we even go out and get one.
Yeah, I don't think he's
I
gonna get
mean,
one
if
anyway.
Manny's already calling the plays, he probably would just need a linebacking coach.
Yeah,
But that's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
I think he's just gonna let Lashley do his thing on offense. He's gonna focus on the defense.
That's a question I can't answer for you, boss. Say who's the next linebacking coach? Right now, I can't answer that for you. We got to look for candidates. We got to look see who are available. I don't have the answer to that. But back to what Aiden was saying. Aiden was saying, I'm worried about defensive end since McLeod is starting probably. So as you guys already know, the last game, the bowl game, whatever, they moved McLeod to defensive end. I don't think he did a great job because we really didn't get much penetration in the backfield from him. So he's going to be a work in progress when it comes to defensive end. So I think
none of them really like hit anything doing bowl game. He gonna be the next Gregory Rousseau or Jaden Phillips or Quincy Roche. Like everybody looked at like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But we can't. I think our D is gonna be okay. I don't expect them to fill those big old shoes that everybody else did, but I expect a lot of that pressure to be took off their hands by Nesta and Ford and the rest of the D line. Like I expect those boys to be the real anchor of that defense.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's gonna be a tough. Now, let me lighten up the mood a little bit. How y'all feel about Tate Martell hitting the transfer portal?
Why is that even a subject? Why is that even a subject?
Lighten up the mood a little bit. Just want to see y'all take, see what the fans think about Tate Martell moving on. I think we all know what it is, but because a lot of people were speculating that when Perry hit the portal, that we got Tate Martell coming back, which he didn't say he was just gonna transfer out anyways. But a lot of people were throwing him in the mix at maybe a wide receiver, maybe even trying to get some play time against Bama. So now that he's out, and King might not come back in time, we got three choices now: Garcia, Tyler Van Dyke, and Matoka. So with Tate out the picture, how y'all feeling, man? How Alabama?
Honestly, I think TVD gonna probably be the starting quarterback coming in. Just because how everybody talking about how live his arm is, but I know I was watching what's the call it show the other day, man. Your boy Paul.
Yeah.
He had Larry Bluestream on there.
Yeah.
And, Larry Bluestream, the reporter, he like a big recruiter down here in South Florida.
Yeah, I think Paul's coming on tonight too. I think he should have what's his name, Manny Navarro on with him.
Yeah, so he probably gonna have. But I know yesterday he had Larry Bluestream. He like if you follow him if you got Twitter, he on Twitter. He big South Florida community. Like he go to a lot of the tournaments, a lot of the games, bro. Like he a good resource. And his take was like he was big on Peyton Machoko though. I was kind of surprised because they was like he was like because of his speed.
All right, so James Walker said T2R. They just reported it official. He's gone. Blake is up out of here. Blake is up out of here.
Hold on.
All right.
All
right. So Manny basically gave us everything we want except for this time around. Blake just got up out of here himself. So that's one thing I can say about Manny. These past two off seasons, whatever we asked for, he tried to give it. Last season we wanted Enos up out of here bad. We wanted Blake bad, but he didn't deliver on the Blake thing, but it kind of take care of itself right now. But man, 2 years in a row. Let's see. It can only go up from here, right? But at the same
Okay.
time, we got different coaches coming in. We got Alabama the first game. If we're gonna get a defense coordinator or we're gonna get just a linebacking coach, they need to go ahead and get that process moving so we can go ahead and focus on Alabama.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at it right now. It say reported Blake Blaker is headed to LSU to coach linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shit. Well, we
Yeah,
won it, boy.
Blake's up out of here. He's gone. Gone. Bye.
Oh. So as we
Now
said,
no
man.
coaching. I think Jafari Harvey and Chant Williams will be the starting defensive ends. I think Harvey for sure. I'm not quite sure, if McLeod's going to be the one they throw in there because he's going to be like what a fifth, 6 year senior.
6 year senior.
Hey, I'll be right back on, bro. I gotta step off for a moment.
All right, man, take it easy.
Yeah, I'll be back on with you as you said, man.
All right. So, Patient Kane, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man? He said TTY, the boy at UCA is a man. He's 250 at linebacker. Yeah, dude is a beast, bro. Dude, if y'all get a time by yourself where you bored or something, you and watch some hard hits, go watch them. Palu. Like I said in all my videos, I am not attempting that last name. I am not gonna make a fool out of me.
Oh, he's Hawaiian.
Huh?
He's Hawaiian.
I think so. I think yeah. Yeah, he got a crazy name, man. Anthony King, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man? Cass, I'm just joining in, family. All right, appreciate you, man.
What you call? I don't know who said it, but they mentioned either Bahamas or Thomas, somebody like that. Mentioned if we don't get no pressure from the defensive line and linebackers, then after that bump and run gonna be a bad thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, BB is saying that Henry Tutu from Tennessee is a better than USC linebacker. He's saying that basically one of the linebackers in the transfer portal from Tennessee is better than Palu. Hey, I can't make that judgment as of yet. Like I said, I got to go check those linebackers out. I got to go, see for myself, make my own judgment. But if you feel that way, hey, it might be. As of right now, I don't know. Stunner Boy in the building. What's going on with you? How you doing, boss?
Coach Hayes in the building.
Wesley, how you doing, boss? Oh man, Coach Hayes.
Coach Hayes in the building.
Hayes, I want to tell you, appreciate your support, brother. Let's link up for a show. Hey, definitely, Coach Hayes. Definitely. I got something in the works too with a wholesome one. We're gonna link up and do a show. Coach Hayes, most definitely we'll do a show, man. I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter. I already follow you on Twitter and everything like that, so we definitely could do a show.
I still gotta ask you about them all, Coach Hayes. I still gotta ask you about them all Butterfinger wide receivers being in after dropping all the ball when they got other wide receivers on the bench.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you even coming by, Coach Hayes. Like I said, I got some stuff I'm trying to line up so I can have wholesome one on. I could do a show with Coach Hayes, whether it's on my channel or their channel. We'll talk about it. Maybe do one on mine, one on theirs, or whatever we want to do. But I'll definitely get in contact with you guys. I'll hit you up on Twitter, Coach Hayes. We definitely could do a show. Yeah, tonight I'm trying to pack everything into an hour, trying to get all this information out, and then open up the floor a little bit more to to the family, see what they thinking. Yeah, but
he want to come in right now. He's trying to come in now. He said, "Let's talk."
If you want, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, Coach Hayes. I'm not sure if you're in a good environment to where you can come on, but if you want, I'm putting the link in the chat right now. You can click on and you come on in. You can give your thoughts and opinions on what's going on, because there's a lot going on right now in Miami. This is a bombshell right here.
But he,
Yesterday we was thinking Blake, he's just being considered for a job, but today it just went official. And that's big news. Hey man,
yeah, but
Chuck Kane says Coach Hayes and Pinecone good combo. Yeah, man. I've been watching Coach Hayes for a minute. Dude knows his stuff, man. Dude knows his stuff, and he's a joy to watch, man, because it's all positive, and you get a lot of information out of it.
he said he need like 15 minutes.
Oh, come on in. 15 minutes, perfect. We'll still be here.
Yeah, because he had brought up a point where he said that Manny Diaz was gonna try to find his homeboy a new job, but he dang sure found him a job.
Yeah, shout out to Manny Diaz for doing that. Also, it's tough, man. That's why they always say don't mix business, friends and family. Don't mix those kind of things, and definitely don't mix business and pleasure, because it half the time, most of the time, maybe 90% or more of the time, it don't work out, and you end up being great friends with somebody, and then at the end when you got to let them go or something like that, trust me, it could get ugly. So never mix business and pleasure or business and friendship and family, man. It's a tough thing to do. Only a few people can actually make it out of there and still be, good with each other. All right. So in about 15 minutes, Coach Hayes will be on with us. Oh man, this is gonna be nice. Is King of Battle, what's going on with you, man? Hey man, you ain't chopped liver. Keep up the good work. Hey, appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate everybody that come through. Hit the like button, give their thoughts and opinions. And the screen, like I said, it's a lot going on. Robert Burns, transfer portal. Nkosi Perry, transfer portal. Nate Martell, based on how y'all feel on him, nonetheless, transfer portal. Joyner Patrick Joyner, transfer portal, Utah State. He's already gone. Banda took him. But it's tough. I mean, even this season, we saw Jaron Williams finally get picked up as a quarterback at USF. You see Christian Williams hit the transfer portal earlier on this season, and then he also joined USF. So, there's a lot of things going on in the transfer portal. Miami went into the transfer portal, got their own guys in Rambo Charleston. Then you got Tariq Stevenson and DeAndre Johnson out of Tennessee. So
Kingdom consciousness.
Kingdom consciousness, what's going on with you, man? I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Like I said, if y'all want to come in and state how y'all opinion on how you feel about it, who you think that could possibly replace Blake Baker if Manny does decide he wants a defensive coordinator or he just wants to hire a linebacking coach. Y'all more than welcome to come on in and give your thoughts and opinion. The stream key is right there. BB say, I love Coach Hayes. Contact. Yeah, man. Coach Hayes been doing his thing, boss. H1 in the building. Oh, man. We got Wholesome One in the building.
What a Wholesome One?
The link is in the chat. Coach Hayes is coming in about 15 minutes or so. The link is in the chat. I'm going to put it in there again. If you want to come on in, you come on in, man. But Blake Baker, he's gone. He's gone. I love for you to come in and give your opinion. And also, this will be epic, bro.
It's crazy.
This is going to be epic. Imagine having Wholesome One on and Coach Hayes.
Coach Hayes, man, that's crazy.
This is going to be legendary for the Hurricane family, man.
Preach it, man, brother. Preach
it. Man, most definitely. The links in the chat. The links in the chat, Wholesome One. I want to hear your thoughts on this Blake Baker deal, man. This is crazy.
Man, to be a Miami Hurricane, well, I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you, it feel like it was just yesterday that we was talking about Blake gotta go. Everybody, Blake gotta go. Manny gotta get him up out of here. Everybody saw it. Get up out of here, Blake. Bye, Blake. And it's happening. Now, granted that Manny didn't get it done, But it's still tough. It's
Shout
still
out to Zoe.
Yeah, but like I said, Manny getting it done, man. Well, this time around, Manny didn't really get it done, but you know how it is, man. You know how it is. Appreciate you, Zoe, for coming by. But like I said, Manny is getting it done.
Yeah, he actually didn't do what Al Golden did. He didn't keep his homeboy around.
I'm just curious to know who's going to replace Blake Baker. Is we getting a defensive coordinator or just a linebacking coach? That's my thought. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's plenty of people that's from the NFL that doesn't have a job right now. From Texans, that's one of the organizations I know that has some people that need a job right about now.
Man, Wholesome one says the Auburn linebacking coach. That's the second time we've heard that today too. OG
Yeah,
says that's who he thinking is gonna take that spot. That's who he think on is gonna be on. So he's a perfect candidate to look at. That's Jim Lovett. If I'm saying his name correctly, Jim Lovett or Levitt or something like that. But that's who I've been hearing. That's who me and CJ talked about yesterday. That was a
yeah.
possible candidate. And we've been hearing another guy named Mouse. What's the
Winston Moss.
yeah, Winston Mouse. That's another name that's been brought up. So that's a possible choice for linebacking coach Winston Mouse. But with Jim Lovett, he's a guy out of Oregon. He's out there with Mario Cristobal. So I don't know if we can snatch him away from Cristobal. That'll be a tough call. Yeah,
It's crazy.
that'd be a tough call. If we could snatch him away from Mario Cristobal, man. He said love
What's
it.
up?
And, Rose says love it signed with SMU.
Oh, dang.
How recent was that? And I mean, I think if Miami go after Lovett, I believe they could definitely take him from SMU.
Jay Play said love is horrible.
You think so?
Oh, Jay Play said.
That's the name that Miami fans have been throwing at me. So, like I said, if Miami were to go after him and try to take him from SMU, I think that could happen. I think they could buy out his contract from SMU. I think he'll be more than happy to come to Miami than SMU. I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, Telly Lockett just went up to Marshall as a running back. Is it a running back coach?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was a running back coach. So we do need some guys, man. We do need some guys that could do some heavy recruiting. And, a guy like, Jim Lovett, like they play say he's horrible, but the dude can recruit. Mario Cristobal hired him for a reason. So I know he can recruit.
First said Pitts linebacker might be a good option.
He said the fans have to stop bashing Manny. He's making changes.
Yeah,
Now,
he is now.
he makes changes every year. That's why when it comes to the beginning of the season or off season, I should say, I tend to sit back and watch Manny go to work nowadays because like I said, he always dig in that portal, grab some places, some key positions that we need. He always seems to switch up the coaching staff depending on how the fans feel about him. So Manny tend to listen. If you air your opinions out, if the fans air their opinion out and they get around to him, he listens. I mean, at one point this season, when Blake, play calling got so terrible, he had to literally turn off his comment section on Twitter and on other social media sites because he knew the fans was tearing him up on there. The comments was not what he wanted to see or hear. And I'm definitely sure he wouldn't want his family to come on and see half of those comments. So Blake knew Miami fans don't want him here. So I think any opportunity given to get out of here, he would have took it. And I'm pretty sure Manny Diaz would have understood. But, man, like I said, this is a bombshell. We all been waiting for this. I think this is the type of news we was looking for right after the right after the North Carolina game.
Yeah.
So around after the Clemson game, we started to, speak up a little bit. All right. So every time we play a major opponent, a ranked opponent, somebody with a decent team, our defense look like it's being called by a toddler. And then North Carolina running for so many yards. I think they still running right now. So I know people wanted Blake out of here. I want him out of here. So for it to take this long, it's tough. But at the end of the day, it's done. He's gone. It's official. He's gone. Blake is out of our here. We can move on from him. We just got to look towards the future. Now,
Hurricane Miller.
what do you?
Hurricane Miller said he wanted if we could pay them.
If we could pay them, from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
the books is open. From what I'm hearing, the bank book is open. Go ahead and get what we need. Let's get it done. That's what I'm hearing. From what's being reported from different sources, hey, the books is open. Go ahead and get who we need on that defensive side. Go ahead. So we already got T-Rob. We got Marcus Van Dyke and Marcus Van Dyke is coaching DBs. Who else did we pick up? Simpson. Yeah, we got Simpson also. Now we just need a linebacking coach or a defense coordinator, whether it's one or both. So my question is, if Manny does decide to hire a defensive coordinator, does he give up his play calling? Because he did say he was going to do the play calling this season. Because a lot of us do think that Manny's job is dependent on this season. That's why he wanted to do play calling if Blake weren't going to be able to do it. He didn't want to put his job on in the hands of Blake. He wanted to say, hey, if I'm going to go out, let it be on my terms. Let it be on my mistakes. You don't want to get fired because of somebody else's mistake. That's the worst thing that's the worst feeling in the world. Hey, I got fired because this person did that. You can't say nothing when it's on you.
Yeah, it wouldn't make no sense to hire no defense coordinator when he could be the defense coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, Zoe said, thanks for Cole Perry for getting my Blake Baker to the family. What? News to the family. I'm out. You guys take care of you, fam. Yeah. Like I said, most of my videos, most of the information that I get, whoever I get it from, I like to give them credit. Anybody that told me something that I knew that they knew before me, even if you guys come into the chat and you say something that happened while we was on live or anything like that, the credit goes to you. But appreciate Cole Perry because I get a lot of information from Cole Perry. So Cole Perry is in the Miami Hurricane football group on official football group that is on Facebook. So that fan base, I think it's like almost 46,000 people in there, including myself. So if that's a place where a lot of news, a lot of photos, everything Miami Hurricane related is in that group. So the official Facebook page, y'all go check that out. Make sure y'all go like it and join. It's a lot of information in there. But if you really want great top-notch information, Twitter is the place to be because everything happened at an instant on Twitter. As soon as anything happens, somebody's tweeting. The Twitter fingers light up on Twitter.
All day.
Oh man, did you now? Not to get off topic a little bit, but it's a video that I seen today that was like pretty disturbing. It was pretty disturbing. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but there's a lady. There's a lady that's wearing a Florida Gator shirt, and she's going around, screaming at, I guess, a truck driver, calling him all kind of N-word and all this, that, and third.
But y'all seen it.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. As a I'm not a Gator fan, so I don't know how their fan base feel, but I'd feel totally ashamed to see somebody wearing the Miami Hurricane logo and doing that. So that's just terrible. But anyway, back to what we were talking about football wise. Robert Burns, where would you think Robert Burns probably would land at this moment in his career? He's fourth on the depth chart for running backs for Miami. Haven't seen too much play time. If you had to put him on the doorstep of any of these schools in college football, where do you think he would go? Do you think he would stay Division One, maybe go down to JUCO or even on Group of Five? Based on what you think
It'd
he
be
would-
funny if Deion Sanders would get him.
He said too many changes can be a sign of a coach who is about to go. So you thinking Manny might be up out of here? Manny's going in the third year as a head coach. I think right now this year is evaluation year. Depending on how Manny does this year, I honestly think if he wins 8 or more games this season, I honestly think he keeps his job. Us as fans, we might not like it. We might think, hey, we need to be going up, not staying still. But I do think he'll keep his job if he win 8 games or more. And on top of that, the next season, if he continue to grow, continue to win more games than he did before, and try to get us, into the ACC championship, maybe even trying to compete in the playoffs, I think Manny might be here longer than a lot of people expect. But this year, like I said, is evaluation. Now, if Manny were to, let's say, have a terrible year, who knows? He might be setting this thing up right now for the next guy to come in and take us over the top. What you think? What you thinking on Manny, CJ?
Yeah, same thing. That kind of Bush Davis thing, bring the talent in and somebody else win the championship with him. I always felt like it was a Will Taggart situation at the end of the day. Like he gonna make all the changes he can, but it still ain't gonna be able to save him.
Uh, I love to see them to pursue from inside the program. So basically, from what I'm getting from this, maybe hiring a player that used to, play for Miami, or somebody like that. But who, as a player that played for Miami, linebacker wise, and that's a very available to actually take this job, who would you go with? And
Who I would
if you had your pick of who to come and coach these linebackers, who would you pick? Because I know a lot of people gonna say Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis. Other than Ray Lewis, who would you pick to come in here, linebacking wise, for the Miami Hurricane and coach these linebackers?
it wouldn't be Ray it wouldn't be Ray Lewis. It wouldn't be Ray Lewis because Ray Lewis already, he's more of a motivational speaker right now. That's more his thing. So, and it wouldn't be Jonathan Vilma because he getting paid too much with these analyst things. So it had to be Randy Shannon. That's the only person I could really think about.
Yeah, I would think more Randy Shannon in the nature of defensive coordinator. Now, if he wants to hire him as a defensive coordinator slash running linebacking coach, which is basically what Baker would have been doing this season, and he still calls the plays, then how would you feel about that? Would you want Manny calling the plays, or would you rather Randy Shannon calling the plays?
Uh, I would rather go ahead. I mean, Manny already gonna call him in real life wise. Manny gonna call it, so I'd rather just let Manny go ahead and do his thing.
Hmm. Now, Reggie says, I want a black coach that will get in these players' chests, throw a clip, get a effing mad about the small stuff. So he wants a African American coach of whatever African American descent, and he wants them to basically come in with the Nick Saban mentality. Every time you fuck I'm sorry. Every time you mess up, he's gonna get at you. He's gonna let you know, hey, every single play I need you to do good. I don't care if we up by 30. Every single play you need to go 100. That's what I'm getting from what Reggie is saying right now. But, hey, I don't listen. I don't care if he black, white, Spanish, Asian. If he could come in here, coach these guys up, get them developed, go on to the league. I don't care if he's Martian. I don't care if he's ET's little cousin. I don't care. Just come in here, get the job done, develop our players, and send them into the league, and win championships right along with it. I don't want to be the next Georgia where, you know, each year they look good, they play good, but they never make it to the final one. They send players into the league. They develop players to go to the league, but the team never go over the top and win a championship. I don't want that. Anybody that could come in here, coach these guys up, develop them correctly. That way we could stay away from the transfer portal. I'm willing to take that. I don't care if they black, white, shoot. I don't care what they look like. Just as long as they come in here and develop these guys, and we winning big ball games, we competing for championships, winning championships also, then it could be any.
Freezing up a little bit.
Say UNC is Miami's kryptonite. Well, hopefully throughout this whole off season, Superman find a way to get away from that kryptonite. What you
I
saying?
think he's working on it.
What are you saying?
I said, Manny definitely working on it. Getting these different coaches coming in.
Man, I say DCT Rob. Hey, that could possibly be a choice too. T2Y, which bank account? This that overdrawn account. Like I said, Blake Baker gave Manny the bank account. Go out and get the decent hires that we need. This football, if you look at this football program for what it is, there's a lot of revenue that come through Miami through this football program than any other sports in Miami. Basketball is not doing it. Track and field is not doing it. Baseball, we a great baseball team, but it's not bringing in the revenue that this football team does. So nonetheless, if you have a good football team that the fans want to come out and see, that's more revenue for the school and everything like that. It opens up a lot of possibilities for that school. So invest in what's gonna, bring in more funds. Sometimes you gotta if you don't take the risk, you'll never get the outcome. You say it has to be a good defensive coordinator. Yeah, most definitely. That's a given. We got to get somebody that's can come down here and get the ball rolling. Our family, Jim Levitt came from Oregon to FSU. He was Willie defensive coordinator, Oregon and FSU. He was the defensive coordinator with the 49ers. He's a solid coach. Well, if you ask Jay Play says he's horrible. So we shall find out. On 2 occasions, Jay Play said Jim is horrible. So if Miami were to land him, I guess we'll find out. But
I still think Randy Shannon be a good one because if he sees that Manny's calling the play or he feel like he can do a certain scheme against a certain team, he'll let Manny know they can work together. So it'd be like a double defensive coordinator situation.
Man, how you feeling about it? We getting Mike Barrow. We get Barrow or Shannon. Say Barrow got that energy. So Mike Barrow is a name that
Who is okay? Mike, where has he coached it and who has he developed? That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna pull him up right now. Like I said, most of these guys I haven't looked into. I don't want to throw out any false information.
As far as I see, Randy Shannon has proven himself to be a well-developed coach and a recruiter, and he has also great schemes. So that's why I feel like Randy Shannon be the top choice. But I don't know if he would want to drop that coordinator position to come back to linebacker coach.
All right, Mike Barrow. He's a former American college professional football linebacker in the NFL for 12 seasons. So this is a guy that played linebacker for 12 seasons. College, University of Miami. Now
All right.
let me see resume wise. Player wise, Houston Oilers, Carolina Panthers, New York Giants, Washington Redskins, Dallas Cowboys. Coached as Homestead High School, Miami Hurricanes from 2007 to 2013, linebacking coach and special team. So he does have history at the University of Miami already, putting in time at linebacking coach and special team coach from 2007 to 2013. The
Mm.
Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks from 2015 to 2016, and then
Hey,
as linebacker coach, and then Seahawks again 2017, assistant head coach and linebacking coach. So
he
this is a
said,
guy
Coach.
with a lot of experience.
He said, Coach Hayes trying to get on.
Hold on, let me. Oh man, I'm so far behind. Oh, Coach Hayes, the link is in the chat, man. Like I said, I'll be getting caught up doing other things. I'll be so far behind, you know, with the chat. If I missed out on anybody question, I apologize for that. Like I said, there's a lot of questions, and it's picking on these questions and answering it takes some time. But Coach Hayes, the link is in the chat for you to come on in. All right, so the Coach Hayes, the link's in the chat. All you gotta do is click on it and come on in. Sergeant AR10, I see in the chat. What's going on with your boss? Man, see, Kane Zay says hit that like button. Yeah, please hit that like button for us.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right. We got the man in the building, none
Coach
other than
Hayes.
Coach Hayes himself. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? Hey, I must say this before we start questioning everything, man. I watch your show. I enjoy it, man. I love it. I love the positivity. I love the energy you put into your show, man. I love it.
Appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all can hear me right. Everything sound good?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just a football coach, man. Look, this technology stuff through the roof. My Lord, that's all I can say, but it's a little crazy with it. But yeah, man. Hey, I'm having fun with this deal, man. Like I said, T2Y, man, I had no idea this whole hurricane community even existed, man, because I was spending my time trying to win ball games while I was coaching. So when I got on this thing, I did it really off a whim, man, and it just kind of been having fun with it. So, yeah, man, hey, I'm all for it, man. So what's going on with you guys?
Man, the bombshell today, man. What's your thoughts on it, man? Blake is out. The fans been asking for this for about maybe 2 months now. So what's your thoughts, man?
Hey, man, well, like I said earlier, I said before, when you coach with your homies, and if y'all really got that true friendship, which apparently they do, like I always say, he going to find his homie a spot first, so he's not really necessarily forced to fire him. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. So, I guess it's a win-win situation. I mean, he's headed to LSU, and, so the fans get what they want. I guess LSU got what they wanted. So I guess a match made in heaven. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I've been hearing that there's a lot of ties because, he came from LA Tech. So there's a lot of ties with him in the Louisiana area when it comes to recruiting and everything like that. So for now, well, at the beginning of the show, it was like, okay, we getting news that he's coming, he's going maybe, but now it's official. So he's out of here. But names that I've been hearing thrown around, Jim Levitt. I'm not sure. What's your take on this guy?
I think, man, he's the one who started off the USF program, if I'm not mistaken, when they started football. Coach Levitt started off USF South Florida. I think he had, I don't know if he choked somebody out or something and got in some trouble, but he got a little old school cat now. So, I don't think it's a bad deal. Here's my only concern about a guy leaving that late and you just making an announcement that you're going to leave him as a defensive coordinator. That's Blake Baker. I think my biggest concern is is it too late where the good things have jumped out the pot already, right? So now you're dealing with the scraps. And I don't want to call another coach scraps, but just using it as an analogy. So, for example, some of the big time names have been scooped up already, and if the wallet is open like they say it is, that Blake James has opened up the wallet. Other people already had a big wallet, so they've already grabbed up a lot of these bigger name guys. So now you have to find yourself who's going to fit. And then I think only any of us may not know this, but what is the real plan? Is he going to stay the quote unquote defensive coordinator? Did he know this was already down the pipe and he brought T-Rob in to be the new defensive coordinator just to kind of promote within, which he hadn't been there at all exactly, but you still kind of promote within. It's still a lot of unknowns when it comes to that, man. Because now you have to ask this: how does T-Rob feel being a defensive coordinator? You're gonna skip over him to bring another guy in. So it's a lot of unknown, man. I'm telling you, it's a gang of ego, that boy.
Yeah, that might start some bitterness within the house, man.
Yeah.
And another name I've been seeing.
You even look at Mike Rump's situation. You just swapped out DVD for Mike Rump. Basically, that's all you did was flip the roles. You put Mike Rump back in the recruiting room, put DVD on the field. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
Now, another name I've been hearing too, and we just looked them up myself. Mike Barrow. They're thinking about bringing him in as a linebacking coach. Experience, he got that. He's a Miami alum, Seahawks for about 3 or 4 years, so he has the experience. Did 12 years in the season, 12 years in the league. my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would your thoughts be on bringing him in as a linebacker coach?
I think it's fine, but my only question is, since he left Miami, I think it was an issue with his mom at one point was sick, and when he kind of got out and all of that stuff. But where has he been since then for the past maybe 10 years? You know what I mean? I don't know if he's been coaching at all. If he has, I don't know about it. So that's a question.
Okay, so for the Mike Barrow so far, and this is on Wikipedia. 2005 was the last time he played in the league. That was for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
And then in 2006, he was the head coach, defensive coordinator for Homestead High School.
Right.
Then Miami Hurricanes from 2007 to 2013, linebacking coach and special team coach. Then he left Miami and went to the Seattle Seahawks, 2015 to 2016 as a linebacker coach. Then 2017, assistant head coach and linebacking coach for the Seahawks. So he got promoted.
Okay, so he was with the Seahawks then all this time.
Yeah. So basically, he stopped working since 2017. So he's been out for about 2 years.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm all for it, man. Go for it. Like I say, hometown guy. He from the crib. Bring him on in if you're gonna be the linebacker coach. Like I said, only thing it comes to, like I know from a coaching perspective, you got to be able to make sure that these guys know what their roles are. That's it. If they know what their role is, and we stick to the script, I think everybody be okay is coming in. But don't tell me one thing and then we get there doing something different. So that's all I'm just saying. But I like Michael Barrow as a coach, as a position coach, linebacker coach. He played it. He's been there at the U already. You understand what I'm saying? He has ties in the community. People know his name. So, and I've actually known him through the recruiting. I think I coached against him when he was at Homestead, if I'm not mistaken. They had a couple of good guys down there at that time. But yeah, man. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, his reigns at Homestead was 2006. So if he was coaching against him, it'll be probably around then.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. We coached. I've been doing it since 2000, so yeah, we done probably battled up a little bit here and there.
Oh man, so hey, NFL guy, played for Miami, coached at Miami already before, so this is a guy with some experience. We're not just hiring somebody we got to teach overnight, hope for success or whatever. Kind of like what we're doing with Manny in the head coaching position. He's kind of head coaching training, which he hasn't done too bad because his first season was kind of bad, but his second season made up for it. So now I think we're going to go into that more of an evaluation season to where we could see if he could keep growing. Don't go backwards because.
Right.
But I think that's where Manning's at right now. But I would like for him to bring in somebody, whether it's a defensive coordinator or just a linebacker coach, because he did say he's going to take over play calling. So if he's just going to bring in a linebacking coach, at least bring in somebody with some experience. And Mike Barrow seems like a perfect fit.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I like Mike Barrow. I know that the Kane fans, we want a lot of these guys like the Charlie Strongs into this. I've been hearing that a lot. Brother James, I just saw it in the comment section. He was talking about Travis Williams out of Auburn. Those things are good. Like I said, you just got to – I think the biggest problem, though, T2, I'll be honest, nobody knows where Manny Diaz's head is at when it comes to the defense. Right. So far from a philosophy standpoint, does he want to be the guy calling it? Does he want to relinquish the responsibility to somebody else? I think that's the biggest question mark on all this. Once we identify that, then it's easier to put the pieces back in it. I think that's the biggest issue because if he wants to continue to call plays, and like you bring in a T-Rob here, great, love it. But then you're going to go hire a defensive coordinator who's going to do what? He wants to bring in his own philosophy because that's what he knows. And that's what he's comfortable with. So is Manny going to be comfortable? You know what I mean? So that's once we solve that problem or get an answer to that question, rather, then it's easier to make the pieces fall in place.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if Manny decided that he's going to make the play calling, then he might just need a linebacking coach. He might just need it because that's the role he was going to give Blake Baker anyway. Linebacking coach, defensive coordinator, but Manny's calling the plays. So Blake is just essentially just a linebacking coach. So in this situation,
he's still going to need a defensive coordinator on paper, right? Because as the head coach, especially at that level, you don't have the time. You don't have the you just can't do it all, right? So that's why, like I always bring up Ryan Day and a bunch of other guys, right? They are play callers game day, but they still have a defensive coordinator, Andy Reid, with Eric Bieniemy. It's a bunch of guys, but you're still going to need a coordinator. So now who is he going to name as the coordinator, right? So who is the guy who does installs with the players? Who's the guy that runs the day-to-day operation? Who's the guy that may not necessarily draw up the scheme, but who's going to implement the scheme with the players? Who's going to run the defensive meetings? You got to have a guy that does that, and he can't do that because the head coach, you shaking hands and kissing babies all day, man, trying to raise money, going here and there, talking to boosters. So your time is limited.
Comment here. We got a comment here that says Mike Ricks did it. But you got to look at how it turned out when he did it. You got to look at it. He tried to call offensive plays while, being the head coach, and you see how that worked out for him. At the end of the day, guys wanted him to fire his son.
Exactly. I mean, and again, but Mark Richt been around 20-some, 30-some years doing this. You know what I mean? Right. And so he got the workflow down. Man, like you say, it's OJT for him. It's on the job training, bro. So I still think, my personal opinion, I know as a coach it's hard to do, to give up that sometime because you do, but you have to. You know what I mean? Especially at that level, man, you have to. You got to get guys that you trust, this, that, and the other, So it's just what it is.
And the most comments that I've been seeing from most of the fans is, okay, Manny bring in T-Rob, but on 3rd and 3 and stuff like that, when T-Rob want to bump and Manny play call for the guys to be maybe 5-6 yards off the ball, how is that going to work? Are they going to bump heads, or is T-Rob going to respond to that? How, those are questions that I've been hit with a lot. And unfortunately, I can't answer that at this moment because we got to wait and see it on the field. But, man, T-Rob wants to bump. A lot of Manny defense has been, pretty much zone, or the cornerbacks have been playing off. So,
usually T2Y, how that typically kind of works, man, is believe it or not, each coach has maybe a down and distance, right? So, let's say it's Monday, right? So on Monday, you have your staff meeting or whatever the case may be, or your side of the ball, right?
Mhm.
And you may say defensive line coach may be he may break down all first downs, right? Because typically first down is a rundown, typically, right? It's all based on opponent, but the D-line guys are in charge of maybe first down, right? And so he will kind of say, look, I would like to implement this stunt or this or whatever. So it's really a culmination of all these guys who put it together. And then those kind of get pushed up the chain, and then they work it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so forth. And then so T-Rob being the DB coach, he may be in charge of third downs, where third and longs. How do you want to play it? Third and mediums. What do you feel as a DB coach your guys can do well to get us off the field? So T-Rob may have some input in that, and then when they design that final call sheet, those third down calls may be implemented by T-Rob. Again, I don't know Manny's how he does it. I'm just talking about how things I've been a part of and guys I've talked to. That's kind of how they do it when it comes to that breaking things down. You know what I mean? So maybe, hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah. And then plus, I mean, it also comes down to the team you play against. Because, a lot of film study might show other teams have different tendencies when it comes to third down, or, how they like to play their play calls on offense or whatever. So it all comes down to it in the end. But this is a game time decision. This is something that we as fans going to see game time. Or if they do allow the spring game for us to come out and see and stuff like that, or practices, because, with the whole COVID-19 thing, you got to keep that in mind too. As of right now, we know nothing. We just know the coaches are coming in. Manny's bringing in new guys. Blake is gone. We're possibly looking to hire maybe another defensive coordinator or just a linebacking coach. Or Manny might try to juggle both jobs. But at the end of the day, changes are being made. As fans, we jumping on it. We're happy about it. But, we've been down this road a couple times, man.
Hey, the Hurricane fans tough, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, the Hurricane fans tough, but on the real though, T2, I mean, I have to say this about Manny Diaz. Where he sees deficiency, I said that before on one of my shows. Where he sees deficiencies, he's made changes. Now he may not have done them as fast as we wanted, but he has made some changes. So you can't say he's all the way stubborn. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So I think the last guy left of the Mohicans is Packy. And Packy, he did a good job. I'm going to put it this way. Packy did a decent job with the strikers or whatever, but I still think, and this part bothers me unbelievably, how are we the Miami Hurricanes and we can't get a guy to field the punt?
Yeah.
Bro, our punt return.
We had some greats.
Great.
We had some greats. I mean, started with what? Well, you had Travis Benjamin, the smaller guy, but the speedster. You had Devin Hester there. I mean, Santana Moss at one point. Come on, man. How can we not get somebody to actually catch the ball and give us when the last time we ran one back?
When the last time you seen a punt and you wasn't trying to bite your nails hoping he catch it? You know what I'm saying?
That's all season this season. Like, they put the freshman.
What's his name? The white dude, Rapastro.
Restrepo, yeah.
Bruh, I told you, man, he muffed one time and he tried to pick it up. My man put in that Roscoe Paris 305 Kane rep. Yeah, Roscoe, bro. I went on Amazon and ordered a damn defibrillator, bro. I was like, man, I'm about to have a heart attack in this thing with this dude back here, man. I'd rather you just let it go. We just play from wherever it land, man.
Man, cardiac canes when it comes to that kickoff, man. You don't know. You just hoping and praying. Please at least catch it. Because, I mean, even last year we saw the same thing out of Jeff Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And then Mark Pope. Oh, God.
Yeah, we just got to get guys, and I said it before too. The reason is showing his head, and I think I don't know who put in there about they got to talk about the Butterfinger receivers. I
No
forgot.
me. No me.
Yeah, man. I said before, we got to get elite guys. We're not getting the elite dudes anymore. We're not. We getting some guy that may be elite on paper, and it's not a knock 'em. I'm just being honest. Everybody you name. Think about the guys you name returning punts. You do NFL stars and Pro Bowlers, man.
All right. I mean, Devin Hester, man. Tony Dungy was talking about in a recent interview that I saw he did with Shannon Sharp. He was saying that why did we kick it his way? I did not tell y'all not to kick it to Devin Hester. First play of the Super Bowl, gone. Straight
Listen, let me tell y'all a quick story, man. Because I actually got a live coming up here at 8:00. I'm talking about just football. I'm not even Hurricanes in general, but we're talking about who makes a team success. Is it players or is it coaches? And I brought that up because everybody was talking about when Tom Brady left New England.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're going to find out, is it Belichick's system or is it Tom Brady the player? And so it's just a back and forth, man.
Who you got winning that Super Bowl?
I hope Brady win. I hope Tom Brady win.
I'm hoping he win it too, man.
Yeah.
My team. I'm not a Tampa Bay fan. I'm a Rams fan. He's beaten my team twice already, so I know the pain. But I can't hate him, man. It's like a lot of people don't like him. They hate him because he's done what he's done. But I can't hate him, and especially him being a Tampa.
What's funny about that, though, teacher? It's amazing how everybody in the world wants to win. And then when the guy gets to the pinnacle of that, then they want him to lose. We want him to lose.
That's exactly what it is, man. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Perfect career. Get down to the end, and everybody is against him now. Somebody got to beat him. Somebody please beat him.
And listen, they can say what they wanted to say about Floyd. He can't read books, and he can't. One thing about it, he a marketing genius. Because one thing he knew, you're gonna pay to watch me win, or you're gonna pay to watch me lose. But you're gonna pay to watch me, and that's how he made his money. And he did a great job with his with marketing himself. Now, what he does with his money after that, that's on him. But he did a great job. He can market me any day. You know what I mean?
Man, if he tell me to invest $1 in this, that dollar is going there.
I'll invest it in him, man. Yeah. But I want to tell you this story. You talking about Tony Dungy. Mm-hmm. So I'm at Miami New Orleans Senior High School. We coaching. We playing South Dade. That's where Antrell Road went. South Dade.
Yeah, South Dade. Yeah, I know.
This is maybe the third game of the season. This had to be like maybe 01, somewhere in there like that. 2000, 2001, something like that. This might be the second or third game of the second game of the season. It was real early. My man had already taken back like 6 punt returns already, right? So we tell our punter, which wasn't the greatest, you know what I mean? We like, bro, do not kick to this cat. You understand? I don't care if you kick it out of bounds. Do not kick to this dude. Bro, this is how you learn coaching. That's the worst thing I could ever said. He kicked the most beautiful punt he has ever kicked in his life straight to this dude. And I swear to God, Antrell Rowe looked to the sideline like this and said, hey, coach, I'm finna take this thing to the house, right? Mm-hmm. While it's in the air, I'm finna take this to the house, right? Looked up, caught that thing, was like, I'm gonna holler at you. Bam, took that thing to the crib. I'm like, oh, God dang. Oh, so saying all that, don't kick to the most dangerous dude on the field, bro.
I've heard it too many times. It could alter a lot how, punters work when they go on that field. Whether they're going to pin them deep, whether they're going to kick it high so they can get down there. But that one player in the backfield that is very dangerous when the ball gets in his hand could change the whole special team, the way they run their whole plays that day.
Yes, sir.
Next week, you might see them kick it to a guy they know can't do nothing with it every single time. But that guy, nope, kick it most to the sideline where it's gonna go out of bounds in our favor, or pin it high so we can get down and make him fair catch. But man,
do something. Just don't give it to him pretty and perfect, man. Like it came out of Jugs machine. Jesus Christ.
Now let me ask you this. Now Tampa Bay do go in there and let's say they lose the Super Bowl, what's the narrative you think gonna be spin?
I've been seeing some things lately. You know, everybody got a meme, man, and all that stuff. And I'm a little older than you, Cat. So, I mean, I know what the internet is. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not all in. Like, you know, I'm still learning how to tweet stuff like consistently. I'm saying, you know what I mean? And so I've been seeing the thing about him saying, well, like they had the Eli Manning beat him out of 2. Vinatieri kicked one for the win. It was the tuck rule was another one. Like he necessarily won. It was always a reason why they won. He was never the reason. Look here, bro. He is the reason they win. You understand what I'm saying?
There's a major difference.
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking to what's my man from Florida State, the head coach. I mean, the O-line coach. We sat down, Trickett, Coach Rick Trickett. And you know, when you're recruiting, when guys come recruiting, they come spend time with you. Some guy may spend 20 minutes, some guys may spend 2 or 3 hours with you. So me and Coach Trickett, we sitting down talking, and we were talking about football, and he brought up Tom Brady. And he was saying, bro, I went up there to the Patriots facility just to, you know, kind of shadow guy. And he said, Tom Brady got such control of the players in a good way. He doesn't allow cell phones in the building from the players. If you want your cell phone, must stay in the car. Now, again, these grown men, they don't have to do it, but they're going to respect it because they know, Tom Brady, he got just as much power as the dog on Robert Kraft, you know? So, bro, they only check their phones at lunchtime. So, there's no other distractions. It's just football. You know, there's certain things that he does just from a leadership standpoint by example. You know what I mean? That the other guys just follow along, and that's what you need, man. And so he may not always be the guy to throw the exact pass to win the game, but he's laid the foundation a long time ago to win the game, you know?
Yeah. Taz Haitian Kane said the story you were telling it was 2000 with Antrell.
2000. Yeah, it was 2000. That's right. My first year was 2000. That's right. It was at their field, South Dade. That's right. I hope you went on that team. They kicked out behind.
CJ said he fell off. He got a phone call. He was the guy that was on with us.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. Let me go back because I heard a name up here. And Greg Cool. I'm not even going to attempt that last name.
Kulagowski.
Yeah, according to this guy, you know, he's a good fit for the job, defensive coordinator. That's a person I'd have to look and see, you know. But that.
Yeah, I know the name. I don't know him. I don't know his background and everything like that. That's a guy I would have to look into further. But I do know the name, Craig Kulakowski. But I would have to look into it, man. And a lot of things, man. A lot of guys been bringing up a lot of these NFL names. You got to remember this, man. A lot of the NFL coaches are not trying to lead the NFL because of that pension, man. You got to remember that. They guys want to stay in the NFL. If you stay out, I want to say it's 4.5 or whatever years it is. You know, it's like any other job. These guys get a check for the rest of their life, just like these players. A lot of people don't realize that, man. So, as much as I love the Miami Hurricanes, you know what I mean? I'll be right there at the Cincinnati Bengals sitting there trying to get that check.
I just looked them up, and it's 2 college football teams I'm seeing him with right now. Well, 3. I'm seeing him with the Miami Hurricanes, and I'm seeing him with Alabama, and I'm seeing him with Missouri. So this is a guy with some experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, where was he at before then? This year?
Now, I just saw the photos that popped up. I'm trying to find his like a Wikipedia kind of thing to put it in timestamp.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that as of yet, but the photos that did pop up of him is Miami Hurricane, Alabama, and Missouri. So let me see if I can find a wiki on him. Okay, let's see here. Oh man, but Blake is out of here, man. Blake is gone.
Yeah, man, he gonna be all right. You know, they'll one thing about it, man, they'll stay in the spin cycle and they'll keep just going around and around and around. But you know, oh
Hopefully.
no, I see Hurricane Millie say Cicely Tyson passed away.
Who?
Cicely Tyson, that was an actress. She's been in everything, man. Cicely Tyson been around for a long time, man.
Yeah,
Great actress, done a lot for civil rights and everything else. So I was sad to hear that.
Yeah, and today kind of been a rough day for myself because one of my friends actually passed away this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, he had a heart condition. He had heart surgery earlier on in the year. It was successful, but then he went back in on some complications. Haven't been back out. Passed away today.
Wow.
It was that was a hard pill to swallow, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of my friends where, you know, I played a video game every now and then, and every time I'm on there, he's on there. So now it's gonna be a different feeling when I get on the game, knowing that I'll never hear him come across the headphones again.
Yeah, that's tough, man. When things like that happen, man. You know, things that you're accustomed to and used to, and all of a sudden, just like that, is gone, man.
Yeah, it had me thinking a lot. But like, you know, I hope that, you know, my kids, they would have to bury me and not the other way around.
Sure.
But it's just crazy. Okay, so the Greg guy, from what I'm seeing, he's at Toledo at the moment.
Okay.
So he's at Toledo. What else is on him? Let me see his timeline. Okay, so they're not showing a timeline for him. They're just showing. Oh, here we go. Coaching history. So recruiting coordinator at Toledo, 1992 to 93, 93 to 95, 96 to 2000. So they re-up him on each of those. First one was a recruiting coordinator. Second was tight end coach. Then the third time was defensive line coach. Then he went to Missouri from 2001 to 2015 as a defensive line coach. So that's about, what, 14 years of defensive line experience. He coached at Miami from 2016 to 2018, defensive line coach. And then Alabama from 2018, 2019, defensive line coach. And he's back at Toledo as of right now as a co-defensive coordinator. So that's the rundown on him coaching wise. So he spent quite a long time on it as a defensive line coach.
Yeah. Based on what you're telling me, I just think this, I don't know, it might be a conflict of interest in the sense of you got a linebacker, you got a D-line coach you just brought in. You're not saying you've done anything with linebackers. Now, I've seen guys split them up where they do an interior lineman and defensive end coach. I don't think you need that, but I just think that'd be a conflict of interest, to be honest. This is my person. Again, like I said, this is based on what you just said. So yeah, that's
defensive line wise. We already got a defensive line coach, but for him, I don't know. I think I want a linebacker guy. I want somebody that has some experience with the linebackers. Because I mean, over the past couple of years, that's what we've been struggling at, linebacking. DBs also, but T-Rob is in there, so I think defensive coordinator wise or linebacking coach, whichever one that they decide they want to do. I think I want a linebacker guy for defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically how it is, man. You know, you typically get guys who are either safety coaches or linebacker coaches because of the pass game is so heavy now. You know what I mean? And coaches who coach linebackers have a tendency, and they should, really all coaches should do this, but they have a tendency to know both sides of it, right? The run game, run fits, as well as pass zones and man, and how all those concepts fit together. You know, so
a lot of people have been talking about coaches, And we've been kind of, as a fan base, we've been kind of overlooking one name, man. The guy that's already in house, Ed Reed.
You know what, man? I just don't think he wants to coach. I just don't think.
He did. From what I seen on Twitter that he put out, he's like college football, NFL. You know, coaches. I'm right here. He's basically saying, "Hey, I'm right here." In a tweet, as a matter of fact, let me try to pull up the tweet so I could do it quote for quote what he said.
Okay.
But he seemed like he's interested. He wants to coach. I'm not sure if Manny's paying attention.
Why you saying that then? Well, you know, I guess while you looking it up, I'll just say this. Sometimes guys who are elite like that, they kind of want to skip some steps. You know, they feel like they can go and be the defensive coordinator right away. And I said the same thing before. I'm not saying he can't be. And I said this in previous shows.
Yeah, I think
just because you play great doesn't mean you can coach great. And again, I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm just saying, you know, you got to see if a lot of cats willing to put your job on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking major college football. You know, that's I feel in my heart of hearts. That's why Deion Sanders didn't get the Florida State job. You know, the athletic director there was not willing to put his name and career and livelihood on the line for an unknown. And I say this because if that formula works, more people will be doing it. I don't know any coach. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know any player that took off the helmet, put on the headset at a Power 5 program and became a head coach. Now, I'm not talking about when they stopped playing, they went and became a position coach and worked their way through the ranks. I'm talking about the year after you quit playing, you become the head coach at a Power 5 program. I don't know. In modern day football, I don't know one program that has done that.
All right, so I pulled it up. It's on the screen here. Maybe a little hard to see, but he's like, "Dear hashtag NFL and hashtag college, I am a coach, you know. Okay, carry on." So to me, it's like he's trying to say, "Hey, y'all keep skipping over me now. Don't forget that I'm here, but carry on." And he's already on the mind.
Because guess what? If he wanted to do that, he could go walk right to the Baltimore Ravens facility today and get a job.
I mean, he did. I think he coached it at the Jets. If I'm, was it the Bills? He was a coach.
For a little bit. But I'm just saying that's Ed Reed. You gonna tell me he can't walk in and get a position like that? Come on.
Yeah, make it a little bit bigger for those that probably was like they can't see it. But they're NFL and college. I am a coach, you know. Carry on. That's his word. So I don't know if Manny's paying attention or Manny just carrying on. But
yeah, I don't.
And this was like 4 days ago, not too long ago. Miami's doing a lot of hiring and stuff like that. So he might be sending Manny Diaz a couple hints, but until he says so, otherwise, you know, I'm just speculating.
And I think that's just, I don't know, man. I think that's a very vague statement, right? So I don't know, man. You know, everybody can twist it however you choose to. You know, it's all on how you're reading it. If you want Ed Reed to be a coach that bad, that message is saying to you, he's saying he want to coach at the University of Miami. If you read that as saying, hey man, somebody tried him and said he don't know what he's talking about from a you know, maybe there was a sports radio show or something that said Ed Reed was on a such and such show and he didn't know who he was talking about based on cover 3. You know, something like, so who knows what is that in response to? Right. So really it's based on the reader, man. You know what I mean?
When I saw it, I was just like, hey, this man is asking for somebody. He talking to somebody. I don't know who he's talking to. But he's talking to somebody. But hey, man, I know you say you got your show coming on at 8. Hey, make sure you guys go on over, check out Coach Hayes. Dude is incredible, man. A lot of information, great entertainment. Make sure y'all go check him out. Make sure y'all go over there, hit that like button, subscribe, and everything. Trust me, you're gonna love the show. I've been
Yeah,
in.
we're gonna have a good time with it. We're just chopping it up. I'm gonna open up the phone line. We got a couple of guests coming on. My boy V12 coming. Actually, Coach Dunn is supposed to come on there too. One of Miami legends, coached at Miami High, Miami Norland, Miami Jackson. I actually got my start with him. He's my mentor. I don't want to call him dad. I don't that make him sound old, but like an older brother figure to me, man. If I got questions and things, I always call him. We sit and talk. So he'll definitely be on there too, because he has a wealth of knowledge, right? I mean, think about this guy in Miami. And there's been some great coaches in Miami. But again, this guy's coached from the Roscoe Parrish, Andre Johnson, and these are all Miami Hurricane players, right? So Roscoe Parrish, Andre Johnson, Kareem Brown, Richard Gordon, Antonio Brown. We had Darren Mickle. That's going back for some old heads in there. Darren Mickle, Dwayne Bowe, Antoine Barnes out of FIU, Tariq Williams out of FIU, Cedric Irvin, the running back that went to Michigan State that got Nick Saban his start. So this guy has been around coaching forever, and that's why I thought he'd be a great guest talking about, is it players or is it coaches? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to check it out. We're going to see what it's all about, man. But, yeah, you guys are more than welcome to come on over, man. I enjoy your show. Like I said, I had a chance to catch it on to you, man, and everything, and been pretty cool, man. I like that hammer game. We hit the head. I love it, man.
Yeah, man. You know, it's funny. My kids, man, everything Miami Hurricane wise that they see outside or they see shirts, anything, they be like, Daddy, that's hammer game. That's the hammer game.
Yeah. That's what they relate to, man. So I'm loving it. That's good. That's awesome.
My daughter, she don't come up and say, "Hey, Daddy, I want a Miami Hurricane T-shirt." Yeah, I want a Hammer Gang shirt. I want a Hammer Gang shirt.
A Hammer Gang shirt. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, there you go. Get your branding, boy. Better get your branding. I got the Poor Little Timmy shirts on deck. Y'all better go get them.
Let me see. We got Lakers all day in the back. I just wanted us to chop it up before let him come on, see what he got going on.
Yeah, man. Lakers all day, man. He be on there. Oh, this dude like the Phantom of the Opera. He don't never show his face, but he got a lot to say. But I appreciate you, Lakers, all day, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get out of here and let y'all boys have it because I got to get these guests on and everything. And like I said, man, hit me up. Let's set up something. I know you said something right before I got on was about the host one or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
let's try to do something, man. I'm all for it.
All right, me too, man. Appreciate having you on, boss. Like I said, make sure y'all go check out his show tonight, man. 8:00. Go over there, hit the like button, subscribe, and appreciate you for coming through, boss.
Anytime, man. Appreciate you, man.
Great deal having you here.
Alrighty, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, boss.
All right, boss. Take it easy. Lakers all day. Oh, we got to do that. Oh, I got a special one for you. I got a special one. Hold on. I got a special one for you.
What you got?
I got a special one for you. Oh,
what happened? Oh, okay. Hurricane Millie. All right. That's cool, man. Yeah, man. Coach, he's been around for a while. So you could call in, Millie, man. Hit him up. We're going to have the phone line open and everything.
All right, boss. Take it easy, man. All right, Lakers all day. What's going on?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man? Sorry for having you for a minute, but I just wanted to have the dialogue with Coach.
Oh, no, you good, man. Coaches, you know what I'm saying? He like respectful. You know, I love his knowledge, you know. His knowledge is really great. I like it. So yeah, I was what's up?
What's your feelings on today, man? Blake gone, a couple things been changed in Miami, coaching wise and player wise, transfer portal things. What's your thoughts?
I'm happy that Blake Baker is gone, because like our defense was not the way, we needed to be, because, we need to play some man-to-man defense and stop playing the zone, because every time we play the zone, the corners get beat, and, nobody knows, what they're doing in the zone. So now, now I'm happy. We have a corner coach that can play man-to-man defense well, that knows how to play, teach these corners how to play, like, man-to-man defense and stuff. So I'm happy that Blake Baker's gone.
Now with Blake gone, we might need a linebacking coach or / defensive coordinator, or we might need both. What's your take on that? Do you think Manny should relinquish, play calling to whoever he hires as a defensive coordinator if he does go that route?
Yeah, I feel like he needs to, you know what I'm saying, just like let somebody else do it because, you know, he got like a lot on his plate. You feel me? He got the head coach, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, he got the kids that, you know what I'm saying, he got to worry about. So I feel like he just needs to, you know what I'm saying, let somebody else deal with it. And, you know, that's it. That's what I feel like.
All right, well, there you have it. Tate Martell hit the portal. Robert Burns, Nkosi Perry, Patrick Joyner. You know, most recent though, Tate Martell. We've covered the Perry for a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of the Perry thing. But Tate Martell hitting it, was that any surprise to you at all? You know, are you gonna miss him? Are you gonna miss him?
Nope, not at all, bro. Not at all. I'm not gonna miss it because like he didn't really do nothing for us. He was just low key. He was like a mascot. He was just there just for like, you know what I'm saying, the hype, and you know that's it. He was just there just to be there. And then you know when he wanted to leave, he left. And after that, he wanted to come back, and now he's transport porter. So that's why I feel like he's like a mascot to me. Like he's just there just to be there, just because of his name, you know, and what he did on Netflix and stuff like that in high school. That's just me. I know. For me, bro, I know, like you know what I'm saying. That's like a little harsh, but that's how I see it, man. That's how I see it.
Oh man, hold up. Robert Burns though, he's gone also. Fourth string at the moment. Been there for a while. Cheney and Knighton came in. They pretty much jumped over him too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a better move for him to get going now? Cause we do got Franklin coming in too.
Yeah, because low key could like look at go look at Gus Edwards. You know what I'm saying, at the Ravens, because like Gus Edwards, he's low key was, you know, he transferred over to somewhere else, and look what he's doing at the Ravens. You feel me? He's out here doing good. He's like low key starting. You know, that's why I feel like he could do the same thing. He just got to, you know, get with like the same like not like the same team, but like saying a team that like, you know, that will like understand him. You know, his running game.
All right. Well, you know, appreciate you coming through.
You're welcome, bro.
Let me throw this key in here for OG Canes real quick, because OG Canes, if I ain't been clicking on the comments, or I really haven't been paying too much attention this time because I've been trying to mainly focus on the conversation. I'm gonna throw that key,
man.
I'm gonna throw the I put the key in the chat, so if you want to come on in, man, and express what you was talking about, you know, you can do that. Oh man, yeah, like I said, 8:00, man. Y'all go check out Coach Hayes. So we're gonna wrap this up in the next maybe 5 minutes. So y'all make sure y'all going over there and check out Coach Hayes, man. So yeah, like I said,
let me ask you a question right quick.
Sure.
All right, so I was like in the Miami Dolphins YouTube chat today, right? And they was talking about Gregory Rousseau and Jalen Phillips, right? And I told them that Jalen Phillips will do better than Gregory Rousseau because, you know, he has more. I don't say that he has more talent, but like he's been at that position, at the DM position for a long time. What do you think?
I'm going opposite ways, bro. I'm going with Gregory Rousseau.
Really?
I think the Rousseau talent,
Mm-hmm.
I think the way he come off, it's like it's natural. Mm-hmm. But the way I look at Jalen Phillips is he's a learner. You know, some guys, there's positions where you learn how to do something to perfect it, mm-hmm. and then you just got natural talents. Some guy that could come out and do everything that you just took 20 years to learn and do it in one shot. I think Gregory Rousseau is that guy.
But like,
if you put some actual practice and extra work behind it, he could be probably the greatest of all time. So I'm gonna roll with Rousseau, but that's just my opinion. We just gonna have to watch them careers play out, and then who knows, down the line somewhere we could be like, hey, you know, you was right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I don't know, cause when I see Jalen Phillips, like his moves and stuff, it's like NFL type moves. You feel me? It's like Chase. You know what I'm saying? It's like NFL type moves with like Gregory Rousseau. He just like bull rushed. You feel me? That's what I see it as.
Oh man, OG say he's still working out. All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up right here.
All right, bro.
Appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out. You know, love the love that y'all gave tonight. As you guys can see, Coach Hayes join us. Appreciate him. You know, for everybody else, man. Good night. Go Canes. Let's get ready for Alabama. And you know, y'all have a good night. CJ, you got an important note? Oh, CJ already gone. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Love y'all. Go Canes.